Great day to dip your toes in the water. It's another hot, humid day ahead for us, and hazy as well, as all that sunshine is going to continue to help our temperatures climb. So we do have a heat advisory that does continue for today, and that's because today is the peak of the heat and humidity. So when you factor in both of those things, it's going to make our feels like temperatures soar into the mid-90s, close to 100 degrees. Right now, air temperatures are already in the 80s. Check that out, 87 in Fitchburg, 83 in Boston, it's 84 in Norwood. But the dew points are in the low to mid-70s. This is a tropical feel, and that's going to make it feel much hotter on us throughout the day. Visible satellite, mostly sunshine out there, and that'll really be the case throughout the day. So we go forward, and temperatures will continue to climb as we reach the low 90s inland, some upper 80s along the coast, and a mixture of the 70s and 80s across the Cape. Can't rule out an isolated shower or storm threat later on, but otherwise it's going to be a majority of the day is going to stay mainly dry before we bring in more storms to end our work week. I'll walk you through that forecast ahead. Great day to be a sailboat on the water. It's hot and humid, but the heat and humidity doesn't last all that long. I'll let you know when it finally breaks ahead. And feel that air mass, but I promise you by the end of the week it's going to feel more comfortable. Today is just the peak of the heat and humidity. There's a storm chance tomorrow, and that's associated with the cold front coming on through, and then behind that we have a big drop in her humidity. We have Lawrence now making it day 2 of a potential heat wave, and Norwood and Fitchburg, you are just knocking on the door of the 90s for today. 91 in Lawrence to Nashua, it's 85 in Boston, 89 from Bedford, Norwood down to Fitchburg as well, so that seems to be a popular number. Dew points are in the 70s, so this is that tropical feel that we're experiencing. And you look at the wind, it's not overly strong, but you do have some of these arrows pointing on shore, so that should keep temperatures on the coast and some spots down into the upper 80s for this afternoon. Near 90 in Boston, while inland, we're going to continue our climb into the low 90s for a lot of us. So if you didn't reach 90 yesterday, today you have a better shot of it, and a lot of low to mid 80s across the Cape. Look at our water temperatures, now in the low 70s today. Wave heights about 2 to 3 feet, so not a lot of chop on the water. And our tide is rising with our next high tide right around 4 o'clock. The UV index today is very high, so it only takes about 20 minutes to get a sunburn if you're planning to head to the beaches. Overnight, it stays warm. Temperatures in the 70s. We're still humid, but we gain more clouds. And tomorrow, we have another shot at reaching 90 degrees for some towns, near 90 away from the coast. But look at that. We start to bring in the chance for some scattered storms. Tomorrow, it's still going to feel pretty tropical with the dew points in the low to mid 70s. By Friday, though, those come crashing down and stay that way into the start of our weekend. So to get there, we need a cold front to trigger some storms, and that's what we have for tomorrow, 60% chance for some storms, and that could linger into Friday morning. Out there right now, we just have some showers that continue to dwindle down. These just occurring within parts of Worcester County, but you can see it's not doing much. Still about a 10% chance for a shower or storm come this afternoon. You see this line of showers? That is associated with the cold front that's going to come through, and that's going to usher in the changes by the end of the week. And then behind it, it won't be as hot, and it's going to feel more comfortable. We look at future forecasts. Still can't rule out an isolated shower or storm as we go through the afternoon. As we go throughout the overnight, there you see more clouds start to gather. Looks like most of the storm threat should stay off to our west, but we start to bring in the chance for some scattered showers and storms come tomorrow. I'd say around midday into the early afternoon. There's potential, and then it looks like we could have a second round that moves through for the evening, and then that is continuing to move out of here into a Friday morning. So we will watch that. Tomorrow's just a day to be weather aware. Hard to pinpoint exactly that timing of some of those storms that fire off for tomorrow. Still near 90, but then you can see Friday into Saturday, we're dwindling down closer to average in the low 80s with that big humidity drop, but the mugginess and the storm chance is going to return by the end of the weekend.